Talk about weapons of mass destruction. What's good, everyone? Thanks for joining my broadcast for today. And what I have out is my entire Godzilla figure collection. And how fitting is it to talk about Godzilla in a time of crisis like the one we're going through now, facing quarantine and being on lockdown? I can only imagine if there was really a Godzilla event. I mean, how much worse it'll be, but that's just me. And so let's go over these figures here in this section. This is something of a smaller scale of Godzilla figures, and these come in basically 6-inch scale. Not a big fan of the smaller scale figures because, when you want a Godzilla figure, you would figure you're gonna get a pretty much a large action figure, but these are like generally smaller than my hand, as you can see, and not really too crazy about this, but the detail is nice in the NECA. But this is the Jax King of the Monsters figures that were released to coincide with the movie from last year, and I gotta say these figures are so freaking, I don't even know. Like I would compare them to these bootleg dollar store figures. I mean, they got posability, but as far as scale, they're like miniature Godzilla figures. I mean, who's gonna enjoy those? I technically, like, if I was a kid, I would not. I would reject that. I mean, how much fun factor can you get from a little? I don't know. It's just me. So this is the NECA 2014 Godzilla. This is before Godzilla was marketed as the MonsterVerse. When they, introduced, open world with the Godzilla movies from today. Not a big fan of the current state of the Godzilla movies. I just think that they taking kind of the wrong approach, but that's just my personal opinion. Here's Godzilla from 1994, I believe, when he faced off against Space Godzilla. This is based on the Heisei, I don't know how to pronounce it, the Heisei design. Yeah, this is Godzilla 1994. Got the traditional plates on the back, the spines. Not a big fan of this design overall, but it's the classic look. It's a little too bulky, but that's just me. This is my favorite now. Shin Godzilla, NECA. NECA did a good job, I gotta say, but again, the scale, I think if they were like foot long figures, I would enjoy them better. I mean, the larger figures I tend to gravitate more to. I don't know if you can see with this lighting here, but yeah, this is Shin Godzilla. And scale wise, yeah, these are pretty good in scale, comparison. The 2014 next to Shin Godzilla looks pretty badass. It looks yeah, it looks pretty accurate to what it would be. As Shin Godzilla is supposed to be a larger monster. So going down here, check out this motorized Godzilla figure from Godzilla 2000, and I got them set up here. Godzilla 2000 versus 2014 Godzilla. What a difference in scale there, but I think that's pretty accurate. The Godzilla 2000 monster was rather smaller in scale, as opposed to Godzilla 2014, who was actually about 400 feet or close to it. Down here, Carnage. But let's check out the motorized action on this figure here. Very loud speaker. The lighting effect is only good in the dark. As you notice, the fins glow. Or I shouldn't call them fins. The back plates glow. While he's lighting up he's charging his death ray beam, I guess. But yeah, it was a pretty good, nice effect. And this guy's about to get it. He's like trying to back off. He's like, Godzilla, no, don't kill me. This is like street level here. I really wish there was like miniature cities, because this would really look nice in a like a simulated city, destroyed. And from wow, the difference in size is just. Now these are the scale figures I like. They should make more of these larger Godzilla figures. This Jack's giant scale Godzilla is okay, but I mentioned in a past video how I'm not too crazy about the arms being straight like that. Like, it looks kind of like a bear, the way the bear stands. And on top of that, the back plates are very small, which is not usual for a Godzilla design. But overall, I mean, this is a must-have in my opinion. I mean, the scale on this figure is just beast. Like, if you display this anywhere, you're gonna see it. It's gonna be noticeable. It really pops, and the posability is cool. I don't do much with reviewing posability because there's many videos on these figures, so I like to just display them and show them off in the video. And these are little homie figures, which again, in my past videos, I would recommend. When you have Godzilla figures, it's good to have like human characters as well. Oh, did I miss Mothra back here? I did. This is also Jack's 2019 Mothra figure, which is like, like I mentioned, it kind of comes across like a Dollar Tree, a dollar toy, one of those bootlegs. And this is the packaging of the King of the Monsters figures. Very disappointed in what they did. I mean, they could have done a way better job in distributing, better quality figures. These figures are just so. It looks like a board game, like something that belongs in a board game more than anything. But now here's the good part. Here, these are the vinyl Bandai Japan figures imported, and these are official. These are all. They got the tags, which are detached, but they're still there. So this is GMK Godzilla. My favorite, one of my favorites. Well, let me stand this up. So these are the tags that are included with these, because they don't come packaged. They're basically like loose, but the presentation is very cool. Here's Gamera, Godzilla versus Gamera, basically. Gamera's tag is leaning on it. Whoops, get that. So. There's Ghidorah from GMK. Here's the Mothra section. Now, Mothra figures are very hard to display because she's a butterfly, so she's supposed to be aerial, so unless you have like strings to attach it to, you really can't do much. I mean, this one is cool because she stands kind of on her ass, or I should say she sits on her ass and she's basically standing, but this one here has no limbs. She's got like very small limbs. You see the legs? They're like, so you gotta basically demonstrate that in the air. But here's the action again. Here's Gypsy Danger versus Ghidorah. Where's Ghidorah's tag? All these tags are like on the floor. I don't know why. I had them stood up, but here's Destroyer from 1995. There's Godzilla. Again, the 1994 Space Godzilla version. And there's Gigan from Final Wars. You see his tag. There's the 1954 Godzilla. That tag is actually, that's the NECA, but the tag belongs to a Bandai figure, which I no longer have. Unfortunately, I parted ways with it. I kind of like wish I could get that back, but there's Mecha Godzilla or Kiru from 2003. There's Godzilla from 2003 as well. There's the dreadful 1998 Zilla, and pretty cool. See, I like the building. I wish there were playsets like that where there were buildings and stuff, but that's the Chrysler building. and Godzilla here is holding a chopper. Oh yeah, and that's the 1954. I think the scale actually is accurate, like the comparison to the sizes here. The 1954 Godzilla was the shortest or the smallest version of Godzilla, as he wasn't as large as he became in the later incarnations. But yeah, that's pretty much. This is the battleground right here. It's all out war. Down here is pretty much duplicates. I have these figures tagged. I haven't removed the tags, so there's Ghidorah on the floor. Baragon, actually, I did remove his tag, but it's here somewhere. Here are the tags. Now, when it comes to Godzilla media, I have like a vast collection of magazines. Here's one. There's a this is like a movie, what do you call it? One of those books they released with the movie, so that's Godzilla 2000. Yeah, this book has a lot of interesting material in it, but it's all Japanese, so good luck translating all that. And here's the tags that came with the figures. I don't have this Gigan anymore, but I still have the tag. Here's Baragon's tag. All right, that's what I was looking for. Whoop, stand there. I'll just leave it there on the floor. Here's Mothra again. Here's some Godzilla cards, trading cards. If you want, I'll go over it in my next video. But I have trading cards. Yep. Pretty much loaded with Godzilla stuff. Godzilla content. Can't live without it. Here's some Godzilla chibis. These were like a thing in 2014. I don't know if they continue these things, but these are the chibi figures, and they're kind of like a cutesy type miniature Godzilla figures. I collected them, well, because they're Godzilla, of course, and the only way you could get Mutos are like through these little chibi things. Like these Muto figures were featured in the 2014 movie, but they never produced action figures for them. So I figured, let me just pick these up so I get these Mutos. Each Godzilla came with a Muto, so it was like 2 packs. And I pretty much enjoy these. I mentioned I'm not a big fan of small miniature Godzilla figures, but these are different. These are stylized type displays here, and I think these look pretty cool actually. If you put them anywhere, like you can put these anywhere and get some attention. So, and up here we got a face-off with Godzilla versus Shin Godzilla, and I've done this in one of my past videos, I should say. And yeah, this is what I would like to see, as opposed to Godzilla versus Kong, which is pretty much, I don't know where that movie is right now. They're talking about delaying it due to the current situation. I mean, they already delayed it once. It was supposed to be released last month, but they delayed it to November. And now there's debate if they're gonna keep that date, which it doesn't matter to me. I pretty much gave up on it. So whenever it happens, it happens. But yeah, this is pretty cool. So that pretty much sums up my Godzilla figure collection. And I'm gonna wrap it up now. Stay tuned, I'm gonna have some content coming up. I've been pretty much home like everyone else, quarantining, and I'm gonna get my channel rocking, so stay tuned.